Hey everybody, what's going on? Welcome back to the channel. Welcome back for another video. Today I'm going over the latest episode of Dead City, episode 7, the penultimate episode. I just watched it, and it was a overall very slow-paced episode, just kind of going over the viewpoints of Maggie and Negan as they go on their individual little journeys throughout the episode. But it definitely ended on an unexpected twist, to say the least, and just kind of further proving just how far gone Herschel really is. He just this whole season, I mean, I guess the whole series, he's just come off as kind of a brat, and then Dama got a hold of him and really just brainwashed him and took advantage of his insecurities and everything just wrong about him. And so this episode, like I mentioned, it just focused on Negan and Maggie's perspective as they both go on these little missions, more or less, to do what they need to do. Negan, of course, like I mentioned in my breakdown for the last episode, this was all about going out and finding medical supplies to help Jenny because Jenny is in very rough shape after that wound that she got a few episodes ago and just letting it go, letting it get infected, not doing anything about it, and then showing up on Negan's doorstep and then fainting on the steps of the church. And so Negan feels obligated to take care of her. I mean, he's going to. And so she has no real part in this episode. She's just kind of there. And he goes out on the mission because someone brings him, or Benjamin actually brings him burn ointments, and he asks where he got it, and they go talk to Barassi, and they tell him of this little tale or whatever of when things were really going to shit, that someone was running around the hospital or just maybe multiple hospitals and gathering up just everything that they could, and they stashed it in the operating room of the Bellevue Hospital. And this is the hospital that Negan comes across all these little children walkers and everything. And so he goes on this mission to this hospital, and of course, this is where he has those hallucinations slash, I guess, kind of waking dreams about Lucille. And along with this, too, we do get another cameo that I did not expect, but I kind of called out to in my last breakdown, where I thought after I heard that the cameo that we got for the last episode, or I guess what I thought was a stand-in, was actually the actress for Annie, and she did have a part in this episode. Negan goes on this mission to find this medicine and just whatever medical supplies he can. And during this mission, he actually comes across a child walker, and I'm honestly thinking this might have been his son Gus again, because he kind of looked like him. But then again, the last time Gus was a walker was about 3-4 years ago during the original run, and I have to think that he's gotten older and taller since then, so it was probably another kid. But he comes across this walker, and he gets knocked down, smacks his head, and this kind of sends off the whole part of the episode where he is sort of hallucinating. He might be awake, he might not be, and he then comes across all the children walkers. He has to navigate his way through them, and he gets to the operating room, and he can see, because as the Barazzi told him, people have known about this or heard about this tale forever, and they've had many people go in but never come back out, and they go to the operating room, and it's just there's holes all in the wall. People have made their attempts to find this stash of medicine and medical supplies, and Negan then again he goes on, tries to find it himself, and this is where it's part of the episode where I'm not even sure, honestly, if this person was actually there or this is just part of his hallucination, where he sees someone up in the ceiling grab a bag, jump down, take off running, and they really had some stealthy moves, by the way. But then again, I think this was part of his hallucination, where this person wasn't even actually there. And he chases this person through the hospital, back through these kids, and he tackles them, and comes to find out it's Lucille. Hilary Burton has come back to play the part of Lucille, and just letting him know that he did everything he could to take care of her while she was dying. Considering the circumstances, this is when the end of the world kicked off, and just trying to get him to understand that she forgives him. And this is where we have the actress who played Annie come in to play the part of Annie again, and just kind of, letting him know that he didn't fail her like he believes. And then we kind of cut back to there's this walker behind the entryway doors, and this is something he came across as he was coming into the hospital, and there's a ventilator back there, and we have a reference to the ventilator and the different medical equipment that Negan had to kind of familiarize himself with during his care of Lucille. This is what he needs. Why he doesn't need any antibiotics or anything like that I'm not sure of, but he takes this ventilator back, and this is to help kind of nurse Jenny back to health. All while this is going on, we jump to Maggie's perspective. She has found the Croats. And this is kind of a redemptive kind of thing for Croat. I kind of enjoyed that aspect of the episode where it feels like they're trying to have Croats make up for the things that he's done, the life that he chose, and just being who he was, where he helps Maggie try to find Herschel because she goes to where Negan had told her to go. And this is, of course, the scene of the fire, and we see the body on the floor, and we're led to believe that this is Dama, which makes a lot of sense considering the way it was pinned down and everything. But she comes across Croat in this location. He leads her to the two towers that have that sky bridge in between them, and he says this is a safe house and it's set up with traps. And he does navigate through those traps, but it turns out this is just where he was when he first arrived in New York, and he had some personal items there, which looked like it included his mother's ashes, because he tells this whole tale about just how his mother was, this great person. He was her protector, but truth be told, that his mom had actually abandoned him when he was about 12 years old, and he didn't find her until a couple of days after she had passed. And so he had these box of ashes that he'd been holding on to, and talks about how he, in some way, wishes to be with her. And there's this broken out window in this office where he talks about that he tried to convince himself to jump so many times. And throughout this whole episode on Maggie's side, she is sleep deprived, she is hallucinating, and she just is really not with it. And this is what causes the whole incident on the sky bridge, where she falls down. Then she has walkers coming in, and they're falling down, cracking the glass. But Croat saves her life, which is the part of the episode that I actually really enjoyed, considering everything that he was. He seems like he's trying to make up for it. So I don't think he's going to live. I think he's going to go out doing something right, trying to, save somebody or something like that. So I really like they kind of have taken that approach with him, and it seems like they're trying to, just give him a redeeming arc, which I really enjoyed. So we get these two perspectives of Maggie and Negan. Negan, of course, like I mentioned, he gets that piece of machinery back to the church to just keep Jenny alive, to keep fighting this infection. And we get the reveal, and this is a big thing. This is the 2% that I wasn't sure of as far as Dom is concerned, because I was 98% sure she was dead. I mean, just it made sense the way it was, and just the way the body was pinned down and everything. That's what I believed. And we had all these conspiracy videos out that people thought she was still alive because they had these scenes and everything where we weren't sure if this was going to be maybe unused footage. But it turns out Maggie gets to the New York Times. I think it was New York Times, anyways, but to the building where, because she had seen Herschel making his flashlight signal, referring back to when they had that little moment or whatever where they're talking about fireflies and they would open and close their hands and everything to kind of make the blinker go on and off. She sees this when she's in the building with Croat. They both make their way over there. Croat goes off on his own separate way, and this what is making me believe that he's going to die, but kind of in a good way. But she makes her way up into the building, sees Herschel, and then at the last second, Dama shows up, and you can see that she is burnt up a little bit and knocks Maggie out. And just Herschel is just, I don't know. I don't know if he is redeemable, which is saying a lot considering everything that the Croat did, who he was, being a former savior and everything. This kid is just, he's off the fucking reservation. And he is completely just been manipulated and brainwashed. And I just don't know what they're going to do to turn that all around. But with Dama still being alive, still being this problem, I just wonder what that's going to be. And then with the trailer that we got for the season finale, the shit's about to hit the fan, because we're gonna have the Barazzi, we're gonna have Brugelsman, and it looks like Pearlie has made an appearance again, but with a new band of New Babylon soldiers. So there's gonna be a war kicking off, and I believe that's what makes me believe that Croat's going to die doing something right, just considering everything that's going on. Negan, his closing lines for this episode, it's really taking kind of a dark turn for him, but I think it's a dark turn that's kind of necessary, at least what he believes anyways, where he talks about when he started the sanctuary, he showed mercy on people. But with this, he says he's going to line everybody up and he's going to fucking kill them all. And that was really unexpected on Negan's part, considering just how far he's come in his arc and being a better person and everything. So I'm really excited to see just how far that really goes, and is this going to be kind of a one-time thing. So the season finale is looking pretty damn good. This one was very slow paced, but it's kind of ended on a pretty, big twist, and getting us hyped up for that next episode. So, all in all, the episode was pretty good. It was slow, but it kind of was taking that time to tell the story and everything, and just giving the perspective of two different people and just what they're dealing with, and just really kind of setting the fuse for what's to come in the finale. So anyways, if you enjoyed the video, if you enjoyed my breakdown, my perspective of it, please be sure to leave a like, leave a comment, subscribe to the channel. I'd really appreciate it, and I will see you next time. Take care. Bye.